I'm supposed to pay for it.
It's like that either. You understand? The president is looking out for this country.
He ain't looking out for nobody.
Abortion was enacted in 1973.
Do you know what?
Obama wasn't in office.
That man is looking out for
That's what we're talking about.
Yes, it does.
No, it do not.
That's exactly
No,
what
it
it's all
do
about.
not.
Hey,
Yes, it
answer
does.
one question for me.
Okay.
You mentioned about the war, right?
Yeah.
If they wasn't fighting,
I've been in two of them.
well, make it
Well,
four
thank
of them. That sounds better. If they wasn't fighting the war and Islam walking here, how many rights would women have then? How
Islam
many?
is not
How
coming over
many?
here.
It's already
What's
here.
stopping
What are
them?
you talking about?
What's stopping?
There's no such thing as Islam.
So you're
Is that what
naive.
you're talking about?
You're naive.
Something called
You're naive.
Islam?
You're naive.
You know, Islam? You don't know what you're talking about, sir. You walking down the wrong street.
When you keep walking down,
wrong
you keep walking
street.
down
You
Obama.
need to get your hair nappy the way it's supposed to be and stop trying to get it weighed out like that. Act like a black person and stop acting like some stupid ass motherfucker. Excuse me.
This kid's around, man.
The United States president is not trying to do anything to hurt people.
And I'm not paying for your recreational sex, or your abortions, or your sterilizations
So
of your
tell
women
your
down
daughter
south.
that. Tell your
Do you
daughter
know that your people
that.
were sterilized down south?
I know they were.
I don't hear any protests about that.
Yes, it was. There was protests
I'm
about
not willing to pay for that
And one time,
sterilization.
black people were
You can pay for it, but I'm not paying for
Wait,
it.
black people was used as people, you understand, for sympathy. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? This right here.
And the deacon was telling us a story about a woman who had an abortion 20 years ago, and he said that every night she hears that baby cry.
I wrote Mr.
And this idea that abortion is a woman's right,
It's
that's a
hurt.
biggest lie in the world.
I know it hurts. I know it hurts. For any woman to feel like that, it hurts. I know it hurts. I know it hurts. If you had an abortion, you understand, you would always have that in the back of your mind. What if I would have brought this child to term?
But this HHS mandate takes money from me, you, him, to pay for people's abortions. That's what this is all about.
No, it's not about paying for. President Obama didn't say that he's paying for people's abortion. He's saying that if you work for any corporation or any other company, that if they provide medical, you know what I'm saying, coverage, then the woman has a right to use that coverage whether or not she's a Catholic or not, whether she's religiously affiliated or not.
But how does
It
a woman
doesn't
get an
say that.
abortion in this country?
Huh?
How does a woman get an abortion
I
in
don't
this
know,
country?
maybe she paid for it by herself, or she can pay for it by her company if
What
the
this is
company don't
about
have that.
is abortion should be illegal. This is about religious freedom, though.
It's not
This
about
is
religious
forcing-
freedom, sir.
It's about religious freedom because when the government says we don't care that you're Catholic and you are against abortion and
That's right.
contraception, you will still have to pay for it.
No,
that
no,
takes
no,
away
it doesn't
my
say
freedom.
that. It says, yes, Jan, if you work for a Catholic organization, say for instance, you work for the Catholic Deities, and they say, we're not going to pay for abortion. Well, that's fine.
Yeah, but
then
we're-
she can get another type of
And then
coverage to cover it.
Look at all these bills that are being passed to defund Planned Parenthood. Look at how much billions of dollars have been going from our U.S. government to Planned Parenthood specifically.
I don't see that. I don't see bills.
Well, you may not
without
see
going
it,
for
but you're
Planned
not
Parenthood.
looking. There are bills being passed right now. Planned Parenthood is being defunded.
Planned Parenthood accounts for something like 6%.
That's not
you know
true.
what I'm saying, no, it's no big ass fund out there saying Planned Parenthood, let's do this.
Then why are we defunding them like crazy this year?
Well,
This year there have been so many bills
Republicans.
passed.
Republicans.
Because
Because the hate. People are hating.
Because of hate?
You're hating.
exterminating a human being from the womb is hate.
No.
That's hate.
No. Here's what's hate. Here's what's hate. What's hate is not giving women their rightful place in this society to make their decision on whether or not they want to carry a baby to term.
Do you agree that a woman has a uterus for the very specific purpose of nurturing a human being for the first 9?
Why do you think I'm here?
Yeah, exactly. So what do you think about laws that try to convince women that to war against their body? They're going to chemical war against their very nature.
It's not a chemical war against their very nature.
That's what contraception is. That's what abortion is.
It's all about the woman having a right to say whether or not she wants it or not. It's not about whether who's paying for this. It's about whether she has a right.
Yeah, but conception is about...
No. It's
Conception...
not a right to kill. You have a right to born. You have a right to born.
I hear what you're saying, but conception is a biological fact. It's not a philosophy. It's not a philosophy of a girl says, I want a child, and all of a sudden she has a child. No, that's not how. A woman gets pregnant through an act of intercourse.
It's all about philosophy. It's all about philosophy. You understand? If you don't want
It's not all about philosophy there.
If you don't want to have a kid, don't lay down and do it.
Philosophy does not bring human beings into existence. Biological facts
Well,
do.
philosophy seems to take other people out of position. You got wars.
Yeah, but that's
that kills people.
Different topic, and
that kills
you and I
people,
probably,
doesn't it?
You and I probably agree on that, but that's a different topic. We're talking about biological facts.
It's not a different topic. It's all about women's health. I want to protect my mother. I want to protect my sister. I want to make sure that when she says that she wants something done, that she can have it done because it's her
You're talking
right
about
to
want.
have it done.
You're talking about want. You're not talking about the health. Health is a biological fact, not a philosophy. Health is a biological fact. If my body is healthy, it's not because I have a good philosophy or bad philosophy. It's because I'm biologically healthy. Contraception invades a woman's body. Contraception invades a woman's body, causes her uterus to stop functioning properly.
There's no such thing as recreational sex, is there?
No.
You only have sex to reproduce, right?
No, a woman is only fertile for a small window during her cycle,
answer that question. You want to talk about philosophy?
I don't want to talk about philosophy. I'm trying to talk to you about biological facts.
A biological fact is that if you lay down, you have sex, there's a chance that you're going to have a kid.
You are always fertile. A woman is not always fertile, but you can engage in biological act any time of the week, any time of the week, any time of the day, any time of the year.
Yeah.
That's a biological act, not a philosophical act.
But what
man.
about if you don't want to have sex and somebody have it with you, and then there's this demon inside of you?
So a conceived human is a demon?
No.
The rapist.
She might feel that way though.
Doesn't matter.
If she got raped
feelings
and
don't make
she
true.
wind up pregnant, she might look at herself and say,
feelings don't change biological facts.
I don't want this monster inside of my baby.
I hear what you're saying, man, because rape is a terrible thing.
It is a terrible thing.
But feelings don't change biological acts.
Feelings don't change. I agree with you for, you understand, for pro-life, but if you're going to have pro-life, then have it.
Yeah.
Have it.
But you can't have it when a government is imposing the culture of death.
No, it's not imposing nothing. You can have the baby. It said if you want not to have the baby, you got a right to make that decision. But if you want to have
But you don't
the
have
baby,
that biological ability. A woman can't will
have
herself to not be pregnant. She has to seek out. She has to seek out. She's got to go find some foreign way to vacuum that human out of her body.
And she can have the baby too.
No, but
it's a choice. She can either have the baby or she can decide not to have a baby. That's what this is about.
Yeah, but her wants do not change the biological facts.
No, they don't.
They don't change the biological facts. She has to go engage in an act of abortion. She has to go in and have a doctor vacuum a human being from her body. It's not a demon.
Right. So that's her choice, isn't it?
Hey, she can choose it, but our society should not be.
But the government is not going to say, "Oh, you got raped. Go ahead, get it."
The government should be protecting everybody's rights. Are you pretending that a human being in the womb?
That's what I'm saying.
At what point does a human being have rights?
All the way, all the time.
Always. So the moment of conception.
Always.
So the moment of conception. That's when there's, biologically speaking, that's when there's a new human.
It's her choice to say I want it or not, right?
She can say it, but it's a...
No. Wait a minute.
No, when you're talking about rights, you're moving into philosophy. You can't have a healthy philosophy if you're...
You had the choice. I want to have this baby, or I don't want to have this baby.
Either way,
you're talking about philosophy. There is no healthy philosophy.
It's your choice, though, isn't it?
If your philosophy...
Huh?
You
but
don't
you
have a
choose
choice.
life.
You don't have a choice to kill. Okay.
You don't-
So is it the mother's choice only? What about the father?
Of course, the father have a right.
So okay,
Well,
what,
he doesn't. The
what-
mom can say,
Yes,
I'm
he
killing the
do.
baby.
what if
Yes, he do.
what if the dad
If
wants
he's
to get the
included- if
abortion
he's
and the mom
included-
doesn't?
If he's included in the process, the father does have a right to say, I want to have this baby.
What if the
In
father?
one-way street.
What if it's the father that wants the woman to have the abortion and she doesn't want to have the abortion? See, this
Choice
is
between her then, is it?
well, this is where your
That's her
philosophy,
then.
because it's not grounded in biological facts, becomes very inconsistent. It becomes as tangible as the wind. Can you grab the wind?
I know
You
it.
can't.
This is very emotional.
It's
and
very.
I
I,
can see that.
I understand, man.
can see it's
I
very
understand your
much-
point.
see
I
how
used to
you
be an
relate with
atheist.
that.
I used to be
can see how you
a
relate.
pro-abortion
But-
atheist.
You know what I'm saying? But you
But the
might
bio-
be getting
I
the wrong
cannot-
impression with me, though. It's not.
No,
you know what
I don't have
saying?
any
I'm-
impression of you, man. I'm
I'm against
engaged.
that
I'm
or
engaged in the
that.
words you're saying. I
And
have
I'm
no.
engaged in what you're saying too.
Yeah.
It's just that, I mean, look, women have always been fighting all through the suffrages, all through, you know what I'm saying, history. Women has always been trying to rally for their rights.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's another time that's coming here to say, you know what I'm saying, the woman don't have a right to have her rights all over again. The government is not saying, you know what I'm saying, you got to have this. The government is only
the government
saying
our government defends abortion.
The government is saying is that, you know what I'm saying, if you
government
feel
wants
like
us
you
to
don't
pay
want to
for
have
people's
it,
abortions
then
and
it's
things
up
like
to
that.
you to make your choice.
But our government is
The government
defending
wants us to pay for it.
a biologically inconsistent act.
I don't want
Philosophy, any philosophy that contradicts
It don't necessarily
biological
make you pay
reality
for
is not a strong philosophy.
you heard-
And that's the kind of philosophy that you're talking about, is
But
what
if
our
you heard
laws,
the law- if you
our
heard
law
the
on
law-
abortion is grounded
if
on.
you heard the law correctly, it doesn't say that.
I've
It
read the
doesn't
law
say
numerous
that,
times.
you know
I've
what I'm saying,
debated the
that the government is going to have to pay for it. The government says that if you work for an institution that doesn't
American
support
law-
that, wait a minute.
American law
Listen
used
me
to be.
for a minute. It said if you work for a company that doesn't support that, then that company don't have, you know what I'm saying, the authority to force you to have that. If you want an abortion, you have to get outside coverage.
American
if
law.
That's what you want.
American law used to be grounded in
I
the
know, but
natural
this
order.
ain't got
It
nothing
used to
to
be
do with
grounded in
precedent,
natural
though.
law. What is natural law? Natural law is physical realities first, and then you build your philosophy on the tangible. So if your philosophy contradicts what is real, if your philosophy is contradicting that there's a human being in the woman's body after conception, then your philosophy is wrong, and any laws grounded on that wrong philosophy
I know it, but-
are also wrong. You are
human
contradicting
beings
nature.
But human beings have an intrinsic quality. We can make our own decisions.
No, but this is the reality here. The pro-abortion movement is exterminating themselves. Whether or not we do this, if they continue to exterminate their
Pro-abortion?
numbers,
I never heard that before.
When they can-
Pro-abortion unit?
don't
never
try to
heard
pretend that
anything
that's
like that.
pro-choice. The choice is for a biological act of
But
abortion.
where did this thing called pro-abortion come from? I never heard anything like that. Pro-abortion.
You know you've
people.
heard that before.
No, I haven't.
You-
heard no pro-abortion.
obviously the person-
I heard pro-life, and I heard, you know,
Obviously, the
right to
person
life.
that is fighting for abortion is not anti-abortion. If they're fighting for the right to choose abortion, what are they fighting to choose? Let's
see no
let's
women
use
standing
real
up
words,
saying-
though.
I'm not seeing women standing
Don't
up
mince
saying,
words.
I'm
If they're fighting
pro-abortion.
for the choice for abortion, that is
No.
pro-abortion.
Yeah,
That's the
but
reality.
A woman has a right to make her own decision. That's what I fight for.
Decision to
I want
have
women
sex
to
or
have
not.
the same rights that I
The
have.
the decision to have
government's
sex or
involved.
not.
They're making people that aren't for abortion or anything like that to financially help them out or something like this. Is this something or something's insurance?
Oh,
and
I
stuff?
mean,
it's not
the-
like that, ma'am. You
I
understand?
thought
That's,
insurance.
listen, that's where the
There's-
question
there's
comes in there. The question
There's lots
comes
of
here.
dynamics here,
The
but
question
the
comes
root-
here. It's like if you work for an institution, say for instance you're a Catholic and you work for a Catholic church or a Catholic hospital, and they don't support, you know what I'm saying, abortion. And you know what I'm saying? They say we'll cover your health care, but we're not gonna cover abortion. Then you can. They got a right to say that, and then you got a right to say, well, then I don't have to use your health care. I can purchase my own health care.
No, but then that
someplace else.
institution gets penalized for
Yeah,
not
something
covering.
else.
No, they don't.
Yes, it does. That's
They get
straight in the bill.
penalized, yeah.
That is
They'll
straight
get
in it.
penalized.
That is misinformation.
That is not misinformation. We've got the internet at our fingertips,
Yeah,
man. You
they
got to
get
go look it up
penalized.
then, because I have read it
I
over and
did
over.
Look it up. I looked it up. That's why I'm standing here.
Man, I feel you. I have no hard feelings at all.
Why y'all hurting each other like this, man?
This isn't hurting. This is what we're doing is dialogue, and that's what needs to happen.
I know.
Dialogue is what needs to happen, not shutting things down, and that's what Obama is doing.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. You know, so I got another perspective on it.
I gotta go. My meter's out, so I gotta go in my car though.
I got respect for you too.
Hey,
and thanks, man.
God bless you, man. God bless you.